Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Lenny Listener by me, so let's get into it. So, Lenny actually usually did not ask his father for help, but in this case, he would resort to anything. When it came to the safety of his family and his loved ones, it didn't matter what he wouldn't do. He would do a lot. And right now, asking his father for help seemed to be his last resort. And so, he had no choice but to resort to that and do his best. But he could not endanger you any longer. He knew that you had been taken by someone, but he doesn't know who or how to help you at all. He's been trying his best to track you down, to know why would anyone just kidnap you and do this to you. Eventually, after a lot of trying and never being able to yield any results, he ended up at his father's office and wondered if that was the right choice. But right now, as he stood before her, it felt like it was too late. He had to tell her now, and whether or not she helped him was her choice. But even more, he felt very bad for just disappointing her like this. It was not a mission that was assigned to him, or anything of the sort. But he really just wanted to be someone that could be dependable and seen as someone strong. But he's not there yet, and he thinks it will be a long while until he can reach that. For now, as she has told him many times, he will rely on her help. And he's ready to do that right now, for your sake. Father, I've been meaning to talk to you for a while. You see, I need to ask for your help. Is that so? Well, sit down then, Lenny. We may speak about whatever it may be. Tell me, what brings you here? Well, as you can tell, I'm in trouble. Not me personally, but Wayan. She's been taken by someone. I've had trouble trying to figure out who. I don't think it could be the Fatui. We would have at least known something. But after a lot of investigations, I haven't been able to find a single thing. I don't want to burden anyone with this, but I really have to ask for your help. I don't know where she is, and I really need help, Father. I can't risk anything happening to her, he said. And after some silence, she nodded. I understand. What you're saying right now, it's very easy for me to comprehend. And it's natural for you to be concerned about. I don't blame you. I have a couple of ideas here, but for now, you may just sit outside. I'll get some people to work on this, and I'll first try to see where she might be. And after that, I'll go see about it myself. You've earned a little bit of a break. I've been watching over you, Lenny. You worked hard, and I was waiting for you to finally seek my help. I'm proud you were able to do that, she said. Lenny felt a little bit nervous. It was like nothing could ever be hidden from his father, but seemed like she wanted this in the end, so it wasn't really bad. So he smiled politely, nodding, and then he bowed before her, before he finally left. And then, Arlecchino got to work. Lenny had insisted to actually join her when she found out her location, and it turns out it was some Fatui, because apparently some people just like to do some things that would irritate her and her children. Perhaps it could be the doctor, or Pantalone. She would never truly know, but those two, they were insufferable. She had easily dealt with those people that they hired and taken you to safety. You were passed out. Poor you. She really thought that you might be worse off, but you seemed to be relatively uninjured. So once Lenny saw you, he was actually flooded with relief. At first, he wouldn't stop looking over you until Arlecchino put a hand to his shoulder and looked him in the eyes. She's fine. Trust me. Really? She nodded, and eventually he calmed down, taking a deep breath as she sat you down on the bed. He wanted to get revenge from people who did this, but as soon as he looked at her, it seemed like she already knew what was going to come out of his mouth. No, Lenny. You can't do any of what you have in mind. Those people, they did this with the intention to irritate me. And I must be dealing with them personally, and perhaps send a message to the doctor himself. Don't involve yourself with such things. You were just caught in the crossfire. But I sincerely think that it had nothing to do with you. For now, that is my own responsibility to deal with. Just take care of your lover here, and the rest shall be left to me, she said. And it was not like he ever had a chance to say anything to her, because she left immediately. He didn't want to leave your side either way, so it was not a bad outcome. Instead, he sat beside you, holding your hand and squeezing it. My love, my darling, I'm so sorry, he said. And you were asleep. And eventually, when you woke up, you looked him in the eyes. Lenny? Oh, where am I? You're fine, darling. You're home here, with me. I got you back. Well, I didn't do it myself exactly, but you're finally safe now. I promise, he said. And you hugged him tightly. You were panicked about what was going on. Those Fatui that took you, they were very scary and unpredictable. And as he asked you about what happened there, you told him, staying in his arms as he cried. Meanwhile, he just held you close, stroking your back gently. You're safe now, love. And I promise, I'll protect you this time. And I'll make sure no one ever hurts you again. You can trust me when I say that. And you stayed there, trusting him, and knowing that you will keep his promise. Because if there's one thing you know about him, is that he never leaves his family behind. And now, you belong with that too.